You know what I really missed? I really missed okay, let's see. Are we live? I wonder if it's because I'm using DirectX 11. Because I've had problems with DirectX 11 in the past. Um that's interesting. Well, I think that's the best I'm going to get. Let's see. Center to screen, and let's see. Let's see, fit to screen as well. Let's see if that works. It's so OBS is a mystery. Yeah, yeah, that's the best I'm going to get probably. Let's see, actually, center to screen. I just want it to look normal. Actually, you know what? I'll be fine with it being centered if it looks normal. That's all I want. Hey, that's a good attitude to have for programming projects. It's better to just try something and see if damn it. Now it's doing that. I'm not as good as German as I'm not German, I'm Russian, so I'm not 100% sure with German idiomatic terms. I do have a friend who speaks German, so maybe they know, but they're more let's see, stretch to screen. Let's see what that does. Not sure if Russian has anything exactly like that. Please work. Please work. I'm operating on a delay. Why are you on the right side? Why? I mean, at least it's like not in the corner. Let's see, order. I see. This is the one thing. This is the one problem about having only one monitor is that I can't see. There's a lot about pride, and it's kind of instilled into children. Okay. How about this? How about where the hell are you? Is it showing normally now? That's what I'm that's what I'm trying to that's kind of what I'm doing. Oh wait, it is doing full screen. Transform. Switch the screen. Yeah, that's the best we're gonna get probably. And watch this, all the servers are gonna depopulate. Okay. Alright. Alright, that's okay, good. Good. I'm happy with that. And the servers didn't depopulate. What a miracle. I actually have a decent laptop. I don't really remember a time when they were that way. All the usernames I've ever seen were normal. By the way, thank you for bearing with me while I try to get this to load. When I was playing 1080p, everything and had two monitors, everything was simple. Now with a widescreen resolution, it's a little bit different.
Then breach the containment lab.
Actually, just having the game fixes a lot of problems because now I can alt tab and look at messages without stressing too much about anything being seen. I don't know why I didn't do that. I think it's because game capture doesn't work very well in certain cases. Wasn't there... Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't there another... I thought there... Oh, hello. Oops. Well, should have taken better cover. This is what I mean why I play too many games. Turn that up a little bit. This is so much better. Why didn't I do this before? Oh, now it's freaking out. Where are you getting this? Because I don't see this. Like where on the? It's not on Steam. I think Cyrillic is freely available on most websites. They just use a common standard type font, but that was awful. Where's my team? At least I distracted enough of them for my team to work on their work on the EV. I learned Russian and English at about the same time. Depending on which one I speak more frequently, the accent kind of moves in that direction. I also sometimes forget how to speak a certain way.
I thank you.
This is... I have been a little bit YouTube obsessed as of late, but that didn't really contribute too much since I'm pretty sure I'm too old to be influenced by YouTube by this point.
EV repaired. Now escort it to the GH building.
EV disabled. Repair it at once.
I spent all last night and tonight prepping to make this chicken, and I overcooked it. Well, should have used the timer. Oh, rock.
EV's repaired. Now walk it to the GH building.
Wait, where'd you throw that health pack? You picked it up, you weenie. Oh, there it is. Why is it there?
EV offline.
And we're getting
Repair
those
it.
lovely skips that I normally only get at Quake Champions. So, are we gonna fix the EV?
Get the EV repaired.
Repairing the objective!
Moving objective.
Glad you could join us.
EV repaired. Now escort it to the GH building.
I think it's really funny that the customization was a major selling point in the cards and everything for this game, but just like everything else, when it comes to gameplay. Oh, nice. When it comes to the actual game, everything is either you are vaguely blue and the enemy is vaguely red.
EV's repaired. Now walk it to the GH building.
Where are you shooting from? We need a good shot at that generator. You know what game I wish was remade or re-released or anything? Quake, Enemy Territory Quake Wars. Damn it. What am I doing?
Need a medic.
Being stupid is what I'm doing.
EV offline. Repair it.
My parents have really thick accents, and are barely comprehensible. My mom struggles to speak English. Stop doing that. Oh, I know how to fix that. We're some quick champions. And the video card is sapping up all the power, doing double time encoding and rendering. Come on, Sparks.
EV repaired. Now escort it to
You're
the
not a
GH
real
building.
doctor. You can be a real mechanic. Nice miss. Oh, nice.
Good shot.
Medpack here.
They're really going crazy with that artillery.
EV offline. Repair it.
This was hot.
That was a really bad miss.
EV's repaired. Now walk it to the GH building. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to do that. Well done, chaps. Well done. We got a call.
Always embarrassing.
They returned that call.
I love how she just ran by him. Once again, I'm mostly a distraction than an asset. I guess that's an
First
asset
call
of
is
its kind.
delivered. Now get the other
Yeah,
one.
see, we're winning.
Second call on the move.
Yeah, we have 7 minutes. This is fantastic. What have we learned? We learned that trying to stream at in 4K.
Both cores delivered. Override cores nicked. Might just come in handy then. Nice work.
Trying to stream almost somewhere between, let's say 3K. This is 3K resolution, not quite 14. It's higher than 1440, but it's not quite 4K. So streaming in 3K resolution at 10 to 15 Mbps upstream results in a overloaded video card and lost frames. Just to be perfectly clear, I pick Dome as a joke. I like the original Dome. Dome redo is not as good. Same thing with what's that other one that they redid? Terminal? They completely butchered Terminal. Terminal used to be fun. I mean, I'm being overly mean. The new one is fine, but there's no reason why it should have been, why it couldn't have been another map, like its own map. I like games that have a lot of contrast, namely where some of the
First, stop them repairing the EV.
Some of the textures are really good, and some of them are very low res. I also like how these cutscenes are not rendered by the are pre-rendered, so they're letterboxed. I just think that's funny.
Disable that bloody EV. They repaired their EV. Stop them.
Stop. Did that just say stop they EV? I mean, that's how people speak around where I live. But I think I just subconsciously convinced myself that that's what I saw. Sorry, man. I tried to help you, but I'm not a medic. Hunter's bolts are OP. Did we shut this? Oh my god. Team, come on. Guys. You always do the secondary objectives. There should have been a proxy or somebody here immediately. Nice shot. I hate when my DPI changes randomly. See, now, now you made me aware of my accent. I'm not actually angry. Thanks for sticking with me, by the way. Feel free to follow. I'm trying to get back into regular streaming after I figure out... Stop doing that. After I figure out how to get everything to work with this monitor.
We disabled their EV. Don't let them repair it.
I used to keep telling people to subscribe, and they're like, I don't have any money. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, it's follow. Nice shot.
EV repaired. Stop them from reaching the crash site.
You subscribe on YouTube. You follow on Twitch. Speaking of coding projects, I was actually thinking about getting started on my own. It's just going to be something simple in Unity. I've been planning to make something... actually make something work. I want to make something worthwhile. I had this idea for a Zelda-style RPG. Something... Either a Zelda-style RPG or a tactical roguelike. Those are mostly in the roguelike. I have this idea where you're I don't know what to even call it, but basically you take on... I know this doesn't sound very creative, but you're like a ghost hunter. It's sort of like Ghostbusters, except a lot darker, I guess. Come on, guys. Somebody else has to fire at the damn EV.
Their EV's at the objective. Don't let them plant C4 at the crash site.
Really? You want to hold here? Okay. That would have been very bad if friendly fire was on. Although, as we have seen, getting shot with a 7.56 round, is it 7.56? Yeah, getting shot by a 7.56 round to the face is perfectly survivable. Several times, in fact. Getting hatcheted in the back of the neck twice is also perfectly survivable. Do you stream 8 to 5 Central Time? I'm going to guess that's AM to PM. Yeah, I might not have a choice on certain days. I'm kind of busy with stuff that needs to be done during daylight hours, so I can actually...
They've planted C4
I
at the crash
hate you
site.
so much. I hate this hero so much.
Crash site C4 defused. Don't let them plant.
Good work. Good work. How are the sound levels, by the way? Are they acceptable? Who's shooting? What I'm planning to do is I'm planning to finally clear off my desk, because So I graduated a year ago, but I have 5 years worth of mess around my apartment. Just the remains of a relationship, the remains of my college life, the remains of a bunch of things. And I've just been trying to finally get the chance to clean it up because everything was constantly claiming my attention. I've actually gone kind of not necessarily cut contact, but severely limited my already limited social outings so I could focus on cleaning all of that up.
C4 armed at the crash site. Defuse.
But anyway, my point is that I'm trying to
C4
get
defused.
stuff to
Don't
an
let them plant
acceptable
another.
level so that I don't feel guilty about streaming or anything like that, even though I would be totally open. I don't have any illusions that I'm ever going to be a top streamer. I think I kind of missed that train when I didn't pursue it in the early 2000s. Back then, getting a few dozen or 100 watchers was considered quite the achievement. Now, if you don't have several tens of thousands, like 20, 30, 40,000, you're basically a nobody. In most cases, that's a bit of a hyperbole.
They've planted C4 at the crash site. Defuse it.
One. Oh, that's not fair. I'm like bashing his head in with my hatchet, and he's still alive. Come on, we can do it. Push. Stop dying, you cowards. Well, I'm a oh, I'm at the top. Yeah, if I'm at the top of your roster, something is wrong. The only game that I'm actually decent at, really decent at playing is Killing Floor 2. To a lesser extent, Killing Floor 1, I never quite mastered that game because I mostly wasted my time on hard, playing with friends. I wasted my time with friends, so there's just stuff coming out of my mouth. I'm not bitter, I promise. I mostly do my work at night, like actual work. So with 2-9 and I'm on top, that's something. ultimately what's going to happen, my point is that what's ultimately, I ramble a lot, what's ultimately going to happen is that I'm probably going to be streaming during the day and then just go out and do whatever during the night. I still have roommates because I'm cheap and I don't mind having somebody else pay half of my rent. I think my current one might be moving out. Which I kind of want to turn his room into an office, but I also kind of don't want to pay an extra $900 or whatever they're going to raise the rent to. I can afford it. I just don't want to afford it. I just don't want to pay an extra $12,000 to my complex that is too lazy to put pine straw on mud and prevent erosion. It's an otherwise nice apartment complex. I've also lived here since 2016, and I've really cleaned up a lot and remodeled some things as far as you can remodel an apartment, and it looks really nice, and I don't want to leave. But ultimately, I do need to buy a house. I like how the character selection is offcentered. Is it on stream that way?
Finally get the binary detonators to the chopper.
To me, the main problem... Oh wow, it does show up that way on stream. The main problem is the idea of parasocial relationships is kind of weird to me. I'm not a very social person, so out of necessity, I've learned not necessarily how to pretend to like somebody, but just go. Respond a little better to social cues, because I don't have the patience. I'm not a very social person. Like I don't have autism or anything like that. I just very much prefer to spend time on my own.
Track action.
Hence remains of a relationship, not a pleasant relationship. I'm kidding. Aww. Shotguns, you have to get up closer. Snipers can kill you across the map. I wanted to say something really smart-ass to that. Bullets come from one end. The other end goes on your shoulder. Being a top streamer, if I can be an okay streamer and have enough people interested to just give me a small amount earn a small amount from that, I would be ecstatic. I don't need this as my regular career. I have plenty of jobs. Please explain how, when studying for a software engineer, at some point I became a carpenter along the way and then went back to being a software engineer. Do you want to know how that happens? It happens because I really liked playing Stronghold, so I convinced my parents to let me build a workshop in the basement of their house. And they let me build all kinds of crazy things like ballista and cross... I went to space. Crossbows, ballistae. I had my own little portable forge that I made using a retrofitted old barbecue that my dad, barbecue grill that my dad wasn't interested in using anymore. I think he threw it away at some point. I was really annoyed. I spent not an insignificant amount of effort getting it to work properly. It had a tube in this drilled in the side, drilled and inserted into the side, so that you could feed air directly into there to increase the heat. But anyway, that experience gave me a lot of experience in metalwork. Here, I can use explosives too. Bad CRC. I remember a player named Bad CRC from Team Fortress Classic. Or the original Counter-Strike, I can't remember. Didn't speak much. Pretty decent player. Well, we're having. I still do some restaurant work on the weekends because it's profitable. Because I just, you know, I come in at night and I'm able to
destroy the blocker carriage now.
Make a non-insignificant amount fairly easily. Guys, why isn't this built? What the? Do we destroy it? Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind. We're past this. I'll tell you why the streaming lifestyle is not necessarily appealing to me. There was this streamer several years ago, right before the pandemic, that I began watching, and whenever she would get her donations of bits or whatever they are, I never got my head around it. I never spent the time on that. Whenever she did that, got her bits, she would, and it was a significant amount, and the little music would go off. She would do this. She would just do this kind of weird dance in her chair. Just kind of raise her arms and just kind of you know, just sort of swing back and forth. Nothing scandalous or anything like that. But one time she was talking about something very heavy, like sexual assault or something. And for whatever, and the bell went off, and she was doing her dance while talking about sexual assault, and it was surreal and strange, and it imprinted, it just imprinted in my mind for some reason. I don't know why. Eight to 5 Central Standard Time when I work, I can watch. Yeah, sure. Weekdays only, I can do that. Why not? I don't have a lot of regular streamers, and I don't have a regular schedule, so gives me something to plan around. You're in for a lot of weird stories, by the way. If you're interested in hearing any of these stories from my restaurant days, well, I guess I still have restaurant days, or very strange stories from my university, I have plenty of them. I save them up and haven't shared them too much. Aha. For instance, my manager is trying to get me to, at my restaurant job, is trying to get me to work full time. Because he made some really bad hires, and just really awful hires. Just the stuff they did is frankly criminal. Anyway, he fired a bunch of people after promoting them and giving away a bunch of regular server shift to them so they could, you know, have more time to work there, so they could be able to work there more. And it turns out they were terrible, and now he fired all of them, and the other servers are not really... And he didn't restore their original schedule because he's still trying to keep some of the staff that he...
If you can look down and see tracks, I would move right
that
now.
he still has. I don't know. I just all I want. I just kind of want to just software engineer full time. If I have a realistic job job expectation, if it's not streaming. Also, I'm sorry if I don't respond immediately to your talking because I do have my laptop out right now, but
First detonator on the move.
it's behind me on my bed, or it's kind of to the back and to the left of me, so I have to kind of crane my neck to see if there's any new posts, because I am bad at streaming and I am not using borderless window to have chat show up on screen while I'm trying to play a game.
First detonator returned.
Bottom line, I very much preferred having two screens.
We have the first detonator.
But you do what you can do. I don't regret buying this this monitor, by the way. It's fantastic. What time is it? Why do I have this person's profile out? What time is it? Okay, it's past midnight. That's fine. I don't have to do anything for a long time tomorrow. I mean, not timed anyway. I have to do things, but there's no set time to finish them.
First detonator on the move.
I wonder if it's just the weaker video card that's causing this, because I didn't have this many problems with my 3070. I'm just stress testing this 6800 this AMD 6800. It's not bad. It's funny because it has twice as much. It has 16 gigs of VRAM versus the 3070, but for some reason it performs ever so slightly worse than the 3070, especially if there's a ray tracing involved. I have mixed feelings about HDR. HDR is too bright for me, but it looks somewhat better in HDR. I don't know if HDR is what's making it look good. Length.
We delivered the first detonator. Now get the second one. Second
This is
detonator on the move.
super white work, and it's outside of Russia. I'm in the US. I'm afraid I do have I did receive some education in cryptography, but it wasn't my focus. My focus was modeling and simulations and theory, I think? I can't remember. Would I even be able to stream if I was streaming from Russia? I mean, I suppose I think Twitch still operates. It might. I don't know. I'm not sure. What was that?
Moving the second detonator.
Definitely East Coast. I also gave you another hint about where I where I live when I made that comment about grammar. The type of grammar that's common in this area.
Second detonator on the
If
move.
you got it, you should actually know exactly what city I'm in. Because it is a very common accent in this city, in this state. You don't share a bed with your sister?
Detonators.
Conversations online
resolutely
are weird.
unstolen. Do better, Jackal. Do
That's what I
better.
absolutely love about video games. Do you guys send the speed number? You spelled like a Chinese last name. Oh wait, no, that's first name. No, they put their last names first. I'm not sure. I need to learn Mandarin. No, screw that. I need to learn. Did we crash? Did we crash? You can stream from Russia. You just can't get paid. Okay. Well, I don't get paid much anyway from this. I think I have like a handful of contributors that I've massively disappointed. I'm gonna wait just a little bit more before I alt tab out of this. Okay, I think it crashed. Okay, we're just gonna go into Task Manager and end the process. And now we're gonna go back into the game. I remember somebody said the effort that you have to put in order to make it possible to get transfer money, depending where you live. It involves the use of multiple money accounts and local brokers, which I actually remember using in the late '90s which was right before the default, and there was a lot of that going on. Once again, hello. Okay. So are you going to show that? Uh, screen. And we're playing bridge again.
Got bullets for you.
The only relative I have that I've frankly neglected speaking to, and I'm about to send. I'm going to try to contact him soon. How long has this been going on? Almost an hour. Maybe this will be my last round. Let's page up. Why have you guys not built the generator yet? What is wrong with you? Oh, you know what? I think she was waiting for it to be built. That may have been my bad. It's fine.
EV's halfway there. Disable it.
I don't think she would have gotten the chance to finish building it because they were already all over it, and it was just me and her there, and I was killed pretty much immediately because of her mines that she laid there for some reason.
Come on, planting.
Amy is like direct counter to Sawbones, I swear. Is she? Not sure how. Sawbones is combat medic, Amy is sniper. That was admittedly kind of stupid. Nice skin. I scored a nice headshot before I went down. The 1998 default. I remember because I went to a mall and I made a big purchase there. And then like a week later, the currency tanked. And everything, I could have bought everything for much cheaper. Not that it mattered. Oh, well, I guess we're laying down mines for the rest of the game. Lots of mines. If they're not already there. Mine there.
Mine deployed.
Mine there. Should probably go off very rapidly. Ah!
Medpack here.
They've got a call.
He just ran out the front door. Well, at least I'm on the bottom this time, right where I belong.
First call
Nice
delivered.
job.
You have one
What a
last chance
star.
to stop them.
CD. Yeah, I can't hold that by myself, thank you. I wish they worked on Brink a little bit more, and Brink was more
They grabbed the second core.
We're not going to win, so I'm just gonna get points for doing this.
Mine deployed.
Nice little payback. Wait, are we actually fighting back? Oh, nice. Nice aim. The problem is that instead of moving my hands, I bend my wrist, and that's not a good way to aim. I'm just used to bending my wrist because I used to play on much higher DPI, and it's hard to get used to when you're playing, because you need to play on low DPI so that you can
They delivered the second core.
so that you can fine-tune your aim, but that's not how I learned. Well, first they raised the prices because shops were running out of stuff faster than they were able to restock, and what they had left was not very good quality. Then a lot of people lost their jobs. Then there were bandits. And it was vaguely garbage until about 1996, 1995, let's say, when it started getting slightly better, and then we got a default. That's how the 90s went. It's what happens when you try to fix your economy, but you do it in such a rapid slapdash approach, and you don't educate your citizenry or explain what you are doing at all. Because some of what they were doing was actually a good idea, and it could have been a very, very good starting launchpad for much the same way that the US does things with stock-based retirement. But instead, people were so desperate they just sold their stock for nothing, and all the money became concentrated in the hands of a few enterprising individuals.
To the research facility.
Which you can argue that's how it works everywhere. You need vigilance and constant tinkering from the government to make sure that that doesn't happen. And I really wish they would have done that, because Russia has a lot of raw material, and if it was in a better state, it could trade that raw material better. Especially right now when it's I can't remember what its reserves are right now. I can't remember if it's actually in if it has a lot more if it has more metals, or if it's useless junk like rubies or something.
EV repaired. Don't let it reach the construction lift.
Yeah, that's right. Go hide. At least I made a hit. No, it is I'm talking about when you're changing a form your economic format. You need to explain to people what you are doing. You don't just give them vouchers and say there you own stock now. What is stock? They don't know what stock is. They never had a trader's market or a stock market. You need to do things deliberately and in a planned way, and that's not the way Russia typically ever did things, ever.
We disabled their EV. Don't let them repair it.
Can we get a balanced match for once? Holy fuck.
Personal touch.
Reloading!
But in terms of standard education, yes, I agree with you. I haven't... I did like the textbooks a lot better because they're more straightforward and they were more a pleasure to read than American textbooks, which they just had too much stuff in them. That just wasn't... Yeah, see, that's what happens when I twist my wrist instead of move my hand. I can't aim at all. Oh. Got really lucky those first few shots. I should have let go of the trigger so that my reticle could shrink. Thank you for ducking. It's a good tactical. That's a good tactical movement.
They've repaired their EV. Don't let it reach the construction lift.
Panzer, fuck you!
Where did you come from?
We disabled their EV. Don't let them repair it.
I don't think they cared about anything. I think they wanted. I have no idea what they care about, honestly. I have similar.
EV repaired.
I have similar arguments. Problems with several governments and how they're carrying on. But they're somewhat neglectful and maliciously incompetent.
EV at the lift. Stop Jackal getting the detonators to the research facility. First detonator on the move.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to use this gun.
First detonator delivered.
Oh wow, we're idiots.
Second detonator on the the move. Stop them.
I don't know how frantically snatching the trigger improves aim, but in this game it does.
Detonator returned. Keep it up.
Technically this is spawn camping my own spawn, but... And that hits nobody, but I'm sure it scared them for a second. That was a bad idea. That was a very bad idea.
Jackal picked up the second detonator.
I live again.
And I slowly burned to death because of my incompetence. I'll tell you what.
Taking fire.
There's another game that I wish never didn't quite that I feel didn't get the attention it deserved, and that was Quake Champion. No, not Quake Champions. Well, Quake. Well, maybe, but you can still play that game on official servers. It was Ghost in the Shell, First Assault. I loved that game. That was my favorite game for the 6 months it was that I managed to play it. And the community complained so much that the developers shut down the game. All because of an update that... It changed some things in the way the game worked, but it wasn't that
Second detonator
bad.
has been reset. They're carrying the second detonator. Stop them.
There's some spectacularly bad aim. I want some Tostitos. I just discovered the Tostitos are considerably more expensive. That's cheap, but so is your stupid Molotov cocktail. Your incendiary grenade.
Second detonator delivered. Oh dear.
The issue with the US government is that this is really fun and important. The main issue with the US government is that there's just in the US there's this tendency that I've noticed that adults tend to take adult things a lot less seriously than they should. That's a awful kill KD ratio, and that translates to their politics. I do remember that when I started going to school in the last school system I was in, there was this girl that I knew that was staunchly Republican. I mentioned at the time I mentioned my stances between Democrats and Republicans and why I felt the way that they were, and she would not take any criticism at all of Republicans. And then recently, I think last year, I decided to check on Facebook to see just what she was up to, and she's full blown communist now. She completely skipped democratic socialism, and she's just full Bernie Sanders, full burn it to the ground communist. And I sometimes wonder what happened in the years that I've seen her that made her change so much. Oh, I love playing Javelin on this map, at least in the early stages.
First, destroy the fan control room. Then fight your way down the escalators.
Some of them are. I've
Finally, destroy the
I
pump
do like
controls.
that there are plenty of Americans that are a lot more open-minded and flexible and maybe a little bit too open-minded for their own good in some
I don't always noob you, but when I do, you know.
in some cases. But there are certain things I feel that you should be taking seriously and that you should take into consideration, and just education is one of them. Most of the young people I speak to these days, I noticed that there was a major uptick in this after I left college.
We planted in the fan control room.
Or left my first college, rather. Is that nobody really seems to have a I think there's something there. Nope, I was wrong. Seem to have a really serious just ate 2 grenades.
They defused our C4. Plant again.
Have a really serious plan of what to do, just in terms of why you're getting a certain degree. That type of thing. Because it did cover a little bit too early.
C4 planted in the fan
They just
control
seem to be in
room.
college
Defend
because
it.
somebody told them to be in college, and I'm not nice mind placement. I'm not I'm not the everybody should go to trade school type of person, because I happen to have a not as great opinion about the state of the trade system. I think people do underplay the how dangerous the work is and how taxing it is, physical labor is on the body. That was a nice getaway. Or almost
Nice.
getaway.
Now destroy the pump controls.
But I do think that trades are should be an option, and it shouldn't be held in such low esteem, I guess, as college education. Although there is a movement to annihilate that too, and discredit that. I will say this: I have noticed that I have actually had to convince my parents to stop using handymen for everything except all but the most specialized jobs, because I found that they have no idea what they're doing. I've just noticed a lot of tradesmen have become considerably sloppy. I mean, you know, there's always been slackers, but recently I've noticed that a lot of skillcraft has become complete trash. To the point where I would rather do something myself than put it into somebody else's hands. But no, to answer your original question, I don't think Americans are, as a rule, children. There's plenty of there's plenty of immature Russians that I know, immature Germans. I've learned that that things like race, gender, and ethnicity are not very good determinations of character.
I rocket your socks.
If you really want to stick to something, then political opinions are much more salient, but also fairly unreliable. Some people are fairly normal, but once you get them to talking about politics, they go absolutely insane.
C4 planted at pump controls. Defend it.
I think that's part of the reason why I very much miss my old life when I was younger and I could afford to just be a hermit and just be in my workshop or in front of the computer.
Pump control C4 defused. Plant more C4.
Now I have to give. Now I have to be have professional dialogue and communicate via well-formed emails and reports. And when I work at a restaurant, I have to be polite to people who cannot read. Wait, who died? No, you miss. I think I didn't. So yes, but not quite so. What I meant to say that, they go to school on their own recognizance and everything. They're not being forced. It's just they decide to go to college because that's just the thing to do, and they don't put strong consideration into their area of study or where their interests are.
Deploying camera.
What is your complaint? I want to make a your mom joke, but I've Oh, how did I miss that? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Where is speed bag? Okay, I'm gonna follow you and I'm gonna cover you. Since you know what you're doing. Well, well, he called me useless, but he's not that much better. Although I do admit that I wasn't really paying attention to cues. I think one of them planted, but I was busy building the generator.
C4 planted at bomb controls. Defend it.
Okay, Speedbag, I'll guard your precious plant.
They defused our C4. Plant again.
I think he was just upset that we weren't all circling around him.
I'm disarming the C4.
Oh, that was close. Oh, come on, I thought you were gonna leave. Are you still playing, or are you just pitching a fit and being AFK? Alright, fine, I'll be useful. I'll play the objective. That's a nice aim. I feel like that gun is overpowered. I used that gun with Nader and I got really good results. Oh wait, that's right. We have this. Hi. Yes, hello. Are we really pinned down by the bodies? Well, that wasn't very smart, was it? I mean, that's perfect. So, getting a college education definitely helps you in that area. That's not necessarily that's not untrue. My my problem is that they get a degree, but they don't. Yeah, you're pretty much right. They expect to be just handed a job. They don't really know what it's for or what they could do with it. Yeah, his team. He's kind of right. This team is a little bit useless. Mostly, we don't have any good counters to. Okay, guys, come on. We have to get a flank before moving down there. Ah, it's a good plan. Yeah, they got us cornered pretty good. I mean, you're calling me useless, but you're just dropping sentry and not working with anybody at all. Like, at least I'm trying to cover people.
Losing in a tube station.
Although, to be fair, I could have done a better job doing that initially. Anyway, I think that's oh man, I am so sore. I think that's enough. I'm actually tired. I'm actually tired of streaming. Normally, I feel I could keep. I only stop out of necessity, but I'm actually tired. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. It was nice talking about stuff with you. The Highwayman 5. Let's look at that game that you mentioned. See if there's anything on Steam that's from that series. Close Combat. It's Close Combat, right? Close Combat Collection. $216.92 on sale. What a deal! Gateway to Kane, Panthers in the Fall. Let's look at it. I think I've played this before. I don't know if it was this or Sudden Strike. The Bloody First, 2019. This game doesn't seem that old. Are these re-releases? Or do they just not have hold on, I feel like I'm missing out on something. Let's check Wikipedia. Never mind. Close Combat series. 1996. Okay, so this is definitely something completely different. Never mind. It's not available on Steam. Is it? Is it available on GOG? I would expect it to at least be. Who made this? Microsoft. Ah, yeah. If Microsoft published it, it may not. It may not be available. Let's see what we can find. Well, the new series is on GOG. Uh, well, the first Close Combat 2, A Bridge Too Far, Close Combat 3, The Russian Front, Close Combat. Where the hell is the first one? Buy all series for 173.92. That's actually cheaper than on Steam. It looks interesting. Why the hell isn't the first one on GOG? One is installed with any of them. Oh, that's cool. Close Combat 2, A Bridge Too Far includes a free copy of Close Combat, Windows 7 8 only added as a bonus goodie. Well, it looks like it's available. Let me see something really quick. This game has really intense oh, it goes for cheap. Really wait, let's see when was the last time it went on sale. It goes on sale fairly regularly. It was on sale at the end of July. It was $20 at some point for some reason. Yeah, yeah, it looks like it's on sale. Let's see. What about yeah, there's kind of a glut when it's between sales. I think I mean it may go on sale soon. I'm willing to try it out. Let's look at the reviews. 2-star, poorly aged. Game does have some bright bits, but sadly it's an example of something that didn't age well with time. AI barely does what it's told half the time. Enemy gets the first kill, causing you to restart or retreat. Units run away. Just get the remake. Love this game back in the day, but 1-star. When I got it, I did not see it said only for Windows 7 8. It suddenly drops out in the middle of combat on Windows 11. I'm kind of curious if it works on Windows 10. Awful support for modern computers. Oh, come on. There isn't a mod or something for this? There has to be. You have to edit the registry to get some semblance of 16.9 support. I think he means a configuration file or something. Advanced squad leader. Well, let's look at that. It sounds very interesting. And I'm sorry you're staring at a blank screen. see. Advanced squad leader. Actually, let's do this together. I'm gonna open that. Let's see. Advanced squad leader. Board Game Geek. Advanced squad leader is the completely reorganized and redesigned version of the original squad leader system. 1985. I like how they have pictures of somebody actually playing this. That's nice. Oh, I think I've heard I think I've heard oh wait, no, that's something else. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of shoot, what was the name of it? I forgot. Uh Board Game Union defeats United States Navy. No, no, what is that? Board game, Soviet soldiers on top of um Jew of Liberty. Yes, I'm a terrible typist. It's not Last Stand. Damn it, I can't remember what it was, and I can't remember anyway, it was this I can't remember what the game was called, but it was set in an alternate reality where the United States made some very bad military moves, and it resulted in its navy being destroyed. And on top of that, um, the Soviet Union created a weapon that nullifies the use of atomic weaponry or nuclear weaponry, and uh, as a result, uh, I think the game is you're basically on the losing. One side plays the Soviets that are taking over what's left of the United States, and the United States is trying to conquer it back. And I saw it in a used bookstore, an old copy, but this used bookstore tends to tape things up, and I can't examine it, and I have no idea what it is supposed to contain. So it's kind of I kind of want it for the novelty, but I don't want it if it's missing a bunch of pieces. Um, I mean, I'm willing to give it a try because this wouldn't be the first time when when I've been told that something doesn't work for Windows 10, and I play around with it. I kind of fudge with the settings. I'm used to it. I back in the back in the early 2000s, there were a bunch of games that didn't work for on XP anymore, and I figured out ways of getting them to work just in compatibility mode, using DOSBox, using DG Voodoo for games that require glide and require some sort of ancient version of a see if I can on Timeout. Um, this is just me fooling around essentially. You you want to see something fun? Ah, crap! I forgot which one it was. Hold on. Oh, that is not a good sign. I don't think this one is it. I do. I'll check it out. But there's certain tactical games that I'm not a fan of, but I'm willing to revisit. There's let's see what I like Stronghold, but you already know this. I liked Age of Empires. StarCraft, Warcraft were okay. They were fun. I enjoyed them. Um. Oh yay! I remember the password. I think this one might be it. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Um. 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 Where the hell did I put it? This is just a toy that I've been playing around with. Which one is it? No. 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 Maybe this one?
This is HQ to any available units. We have mechs down at Nav Gamma. Bravo Cadet reports 4 summoners on site. Bandits are hostile. Repeat, bandits are hostile. HQ, this is... Mech Warrior, choose your clan.
Control Alt page down. Hold on. Well, that obviously doesn't work very well. Well, here's the reveal. I mean, again, I'm very much open to playing anything and trying anything. I'm a lot more open-minded than I once was.
This is HQ to any available units. We have mechs down at Nav Gamma. Bravo Cadet reports 4 summoners on site. Bandits are hostile. Repeat, bandits are hostile.
HQ, this is Alpha Assault. I'm on my way. Bearing 025.
ETA 34 seconds.
Alpha Assault! This is Bravo Cadet! I've got bandits all over me! Get down here!
Sit tight, Bravo 3. I've got visual.
I've got evacuators out! Targeting systems damaged! I'm in bad shape!
Enemy detected.
I need 2 of them! Be on the line!
Roger, I've got it.
Targeting.
It's got a lock on me! It's got a lock on me!
Targeting. Warning. Ammunition level. Critical. Weapons depleted.
Alpha Assault, this is HQ. What is your situation?
I got...
Alpha Assault, this is HQ. What is your situation? Please comply.
I found a way to get all the games to work properly. So, you know, worst case scenario, if I have an ISO of that game, I can just stick it into my Windows 98 SE machine and just play this. Let's see. This took so long to get running properly. I think I spent several days trying to get it to work. Yeah, stop the emulation. Anyway, I'm just trying to say I have options, and yeah, I agree that all games have their positives and negatives, especially if they're fan favorites. I just have, maybe I'm just overly cautious, but I have difficulty really getting overly excited about something. Anyway, what time is it? Should be like 2 already. Yeah, it's almost 2. I really am tired now, so I'm going to call it. Again, I have some stuff to do tomorrow. I'm just gonna eat a small snack and then go to bed. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I can hope you find the time to watch me again. I would appreciate it. I mean, you don't have to. It's just somebody to talk to is nice. Yeah, that's it. I mean, usually I'm streaming something like Quake Champions. People seem to like that one. But today was kind of a medley of stuff. I mainly just wanted to see if I can what I can do with this. Just if I can stream everything properly. So everything I've seemed to figured stuff out, how to get stuff centered if it doesn't support more modern resolutions. Dirty Bomb hasn't seen a lot of, was pretty much abandoned several years back, so it's good that it's at least still standing. Yeah, see you around, have a good night, and thank you for watching.